Focus. Boom, magic. I mastered the 7 hermetic principles. Let me be the first to wish you Happy New Year! Are you ready for this new year? Now, I'm not some like master manifestor or master magician or anything like that, but I feel like I know a thing or two about how to manifest New Year's resolutions and goals and dreams. So I wanted to kind of make a little bit of video for you at the beginning of this new year to help you in case you have any goals or dreams that you want to accomplish. If you haven't been living under a rock for the last like, I don't know, 20 years or something like that, you've probably heard of the book or the movie called The Secret. And you have probably heard of something called the Law of Attraction. The law of attraction is essentially what the secret is, and that idea is that there's this law within the universe that if you think about things and you visualize things and you put your attention towards things, you're going to start drawing them to you through the universe. This kind of makes sense because what you become aware of is what you start seeing more of. If I start thinking more about blue cars, I'm going to start noticing a lot of blue cars. So as somebody who studies metaphysics, I kind of look at this law and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe that makes a little bit of sense. But I remember when I was 8 years old, I've like always wanted to be a millionaire. Like I've always thought like I want money in my life, and you know, I'm just not quite a millionaire yet. And it seems kind of silly to think like, okay, $1 million in my bank account right now. Did that do anything? No. So as a metaphysician, I'm like, there's something missing here. It can't just be this one law that determines how we're going to manifest for our entire lives. So what I'm doing is creating this video for you to give you a little bit more about the deeper inner workings of the universe that hopefully you can manifest better. The law of attraction is sort of a new agey concept where it's kind of all about, if you think about love and light, your life is going to be all love and light. Spirit guide, that was not nice. What do you mean? It's all love and light. Anyways, I'm more of an old ager myself personally. I studied with the Modern Mystery School in the lineage of King Solomon, which is actually traditionally a Hermetic lineage. And Hermetics lasted, I don't know, for the past like 8,000 years on this planet, something like that. I could be wrong, don't quote me on it. So that's where I get all my info from. I'm not just taking this from some random like book that somebody wrote 2 years ago who thought they had a really good idea. In this Hermetic lineage, we know that there are 7 Hermetic principles. These laws are true and there's no way around them. You can't just wave a magical wand or just pray your way out of it. These laws exist and every single human has to abide by them. When one can master these 7 principles, they can manifest anything they want in their life. The 7 hermetic principles are as so. Number 1, mentalism. 2, correspondence. 3, vibration. 4, polarity. 5 is rhythm, 6 is cause and effect, and 7 is gender. So diving into principle number 1, the principle of mentalism. Essentially what the principle of mentalism is saying that the world is mental and our minds are like a microcosmic, I'm gonna say like copy or holograph of the universe. So when one has the capacity to master their mind and their thoughts, they have the capacity to influence and create perfectly in this universe. It's kind of similar to the law of attraction, where if you can master your mind and you can master your thoughts and focus your thoughts perfectly, then at that point you can manifest anything that you want. It seems pretty simple, but we forgot that there's 6 other principles that are coming after this. Principle number 2 is the principle of correspondence. This doesn't necessarily have to directly correlate with how we manifest, but in some ways it does. If you're trying to manifest for your absolute best and highest good, you need to know thyself, as the great Socrates said. I think Socrates, I should probably know this. As above, so below, as within, so without. That is essentially what the principle is. Whatever is inside reflects outside, whatever's outside reflects inside. So when we look at this principle, if you are somebody who doesn't know yourself and you don't know yourself as your divine, essential being that you are, the eternity that exists within you, the power and the magnitude of your soul, and what it is that you need to accomplish on this planet, chances are you're going to be manifesting things that don't really necessarily correlate to your life's purpose. So essentially, in order to know that universe and know how to command and use and work within the universe, you gotta know yourself first. The next principle is the principle of vibration. So the principle of vibration essentially states that everything is constantly in movement. Nothing is ever still, because every single cell in our body is constantly moving. Every single cell and everything around us is constantly moving. If you took like grade 10 science, you would probably know this. But the thing that we forget is like, okay, things are vibrating, but how quickly or slowly are they vibrating? What level of vibration are you currently on right now? Are you somebody who has a lot of negative thoughts and a lot of apathy and depression, so your thoughts are down here? Or are you somebody who's really high energy, who loves life and is a go-getter and just like finds the beauty in everything, and you're vibrating way up here? Where are you along that scale? Because if you're somebody, let's say for example, who's trying to manifest $1 million in their life, are you coming at it from a lack mindset of like, I'm so poor, I just eat money, if I just, you know, if $1 million could just fall into my bank account right now, that'd be so amazing. And you're coming from a lack mindset, you're gonna continue vibrating at that lack mindset state, and you're gonna keep creating more lacks. You're never gonna be abundant. No low negative depression vibes here, because that's all they're gonna create. High, positive, good energy. Oh my God, I sound like such a new ager. Everything is love and light. But it's true, you need high, good energy to create high and good things. So if there's one takeaway from this principle, it's pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. What is going on in your life, and what quality of vibration are you giving to yourself and giving out to the world? Because whatever you have in here and you give out there, you're gonna get back. Principle number 4 is the principle of polarity. So essentially what the rule of polarity is that everything, all opposites are the same, they're just on different levels. So let me explain that a little bit further, because that makes no sense. If this is a stick, as we can see, it's actually a Sharpie, but it's a stick. If on this side there is evil, and on this side there is good, in between there are different levels of the same thing. This is just an extreme, and this is an extreme of the exact same thing. Another way to look at this is with heat. Hot, cold. An extreme is hot, extreme is cold. In between, there's like cool, lukewarm, warm, hot.
Yeah! Now what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold!
One of the things I absolutely love about the Modern Mystery School is their Universal Kabbalah program. It's a 10-month study, and what I love most about it is it's this constant alchemical shift that you're always going through, and you're learning so much about you. And the number one goal, okay, not number one, but one of the biggest goals is that they tell you that at the end of the 10 months, you need to have tangible, measurable results. So when it comes to, for example, like financial goals, and you're like, I just want more money. Okay, great. How much more money? $10,000, $20,000, $30,000? How much are we looking at? And at what time do you want to create that in your life? So when you're manifesting, pay attention to the degree of what you want to manifest and bring yourself to that section and that vibration. We're almost done. We're on to principle 5. That looks like 10. 5. Principle 5 is the law of cause and effect. This comes in sort of two ways. One is like A plus B equals C, and the other is karma. So the principle of karma, it's pretty similar to the principle of vibration, but what you have in here and what you push out into the world comes back to you. The interesting thing that we don't talk about with karma is when does that flow come back to you? Because a lot of us think, you know, if I tell you right now, you suck, I hate you, that like instantly karma's gonna hit me and my right shoulder or left shoulder is gonna hurt. I don't know necessarily how it works or when it works or when that ebb and flow happens, but it's something to pay attention to, that like just because that karma isn't hitting you now doesn't mean that it's not gonna hit. The other side of this cause and effect thing is what you do creates something. So if you're eating very healthy and you're exercising and you're taking care of your skin and you're sleeping, you're drinking lots of water, eventually you will start to see changes in your body and you will start to lose weight or tone up or whatever your goal is. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Principle of rhythm. We will rock you. Sing it. I absolutely love that sound, spirit guide, but that's not exactly what we're talking about right now. Have you ever heard the saying, when it rains it pours, or what goes up must come down? That's kind of the principle of rhythm that we're talking about right now. We're talking about us being a little pendulums in life, just swinging through life, going from back and forth, up and down. When it comes to the principle of rhythm, it's very common that we see this throughout the lives of others and through our own lives, where we have like really good years and then we have really terrible years, or things are going really good and then they turn really bad. Apparently you can't get around it, and I truly believe that because I believe in these hermetic principles. However, it's also stated that with this principle there is a principle of neutralization where you can minimize that backswing. So you can go up, 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 and then when you're done reaching that peak of that goal, you can kind of just like come back but you're not swinging all the way back here. You're just kind of like in the middle again, right? So for example, somebody who's really good at mastering this principle would be somebody who has lost weight and was been able to maintain that weight. Because commonly we see it, people are like, I lost 35 pounds, and then a couple months later they're like, I gained it all back and then more. Last but not least is the principle of gender. He was a boy, she was a girl, cannot make it any more obvious. He was a punk, she did ballet, what more can I say? He was a skater boy, she said see you later boy, he wasn't good enough for her. Okay, I know, we understand. You like Avril Lavigne, she was great, love that song. Yeah, thank you for the nostalgia. Principle of gender. What? Like, how is that? What does that have to do with manifesting? That makes no sense. Principle, man, woman. What? We as humans have both masculine and feminine energy within us, so we need to learn how to weave these energies together in order to manifest. I know what you're thinking, like, this still doesn't make any sense, but if you look at creation on the planet, if you're gonna create a baby, science says very clearly you need a man and a woman. I think there's only been like 2 or 3 cases on the planet where immaculate conception has happened by a woman. Pay attention to that because she can hold the space for the baby. But generally you need a man and a woman. It's pretty hard to do it any other way. So that's like the biggest creation that we can have on the planet, is creating another life form, and it takes masculine energy and feminine energy. When they come together, they create a whole new entire universe. This is like a whole other like YouTube video. Like I could get so in depth with this, but I'm not going to. But essentially what you need to remember is to bounce into your feminine energy and create a space in a container for you to create what you want to create. And then you need to bounce into your masculine energy, take this nurturing energy out into the world, go create things with it, and then bring it back to this container and manifest. That is essentially the principle of gender. Whether you believe it or not, you need both genders to manifest, so you better get in tune with your inner divine masculine and inner divine feminine. That was massive. Like, this video has been so informative in so many ways, and it's probably really hard to digest, so you're probably gonna have to watch it maybe 2 or 3 more times to really understand what I'm talking about. Because it's not just the law of attraction, like I was stating earlier. It's not just I want to be a millionaire, bing, and happy duh. So if I was you, I would watch this video again. If you're looking for more info on Hermetics, maybe perhaps buy the book called The Kabbalion by the 3 Initiates. Really good, goes really into depth. So I hope this video helped you. I feel like it was a lot to digest, but these principles, when you start to play with them and work with them and utilize them in your life, it's gonna like totally change a lot of things. So I'm really excited because all of your friends are gonna be sitting at home wishing and praying for a better job or better relationship or blah, 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 blah. And you're actually going to like apply these principles and create so many amazing things. So, you know, if you feel comfortable sharing, I just kind of want to know, what are you looking to manifest this year? And is there anything that I personally can help you with? Comment down below and let me know. As per usual, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with all of your friends. If you really like this video, do subscribe to my channel because I am going to be putting out a lot more content this year. That is one of my New Year's resolutions. That's kind of it for me. I love you so much. I wish you all the best. We'll see you soon in the future. Bye. Sound like baby peekaboo.